Okay, let's dive into the Suno record company lawsuit some more. I did some more digging through the brief. I found the full version that has the attachments at the end and was going through and listening to the examples and did some highlighting. And it's interesting. So, remembering that the lawsuit, the whole basis of the lawsuit, the record companies say that Suno illegally used copyrighted material to train its AI models. But the demand for jury trial and the plaintiff's document brief says all sorts of stuff that's unrelated to that aspect. It's a bunch of emotional stuff. Reminds me of some other trials that have gone on recently. A bunch of emotional stuff that are meant to smear or distract potential jurors from the reality. The real crux of this case is whether or not it's legal for AI to be trained on copyrighted materials. Just like humans learn from copyrighted materials. Now, yeah, you can buy records, you can buy CDs, you can pay for streaming services, but you can also listen to a whole lot of music for free. There are something like 350 million free users of Spotify. You can listen to the radio for free. You can go to live clubs, etc. There's tons of music. Musicians learn their craft by listening to other music, whether it's copyrighted or not, and they replicate that. They learn, they analyze, they figure it out, and then they try to reproduce it. That's what AI does. So the question is it legal or not to train AI models on copyrighted music? Because Suno is not replicating, it's not copying, it's not sampling copyrighted works. It's analyzing how music works and then spitting out newly created audio files based on prompting. So going through the case, I found some things to highlight, and there's a whole bunch of examples in attachments A, B, and C. There are actually 662 examples of songs that are considered violated or copied or influenced or whatever in the lawsuit. And at a cost of $150,000 fine per infringed song, if you do the math, 662 times $150,000, it's like 99 point something million. Basically, the lawyers are like, how do we get to $100 million? So let's just find 662. I find it impossible, statistically speaking, to think that these damages could potentially be almost exactly $100 million. It's a nice round number. When you make things up because they're round, it's stupid. Just like the 6-foot distancing rule during COVID. That was not science. That was literally made up out of thin air. But I digress. This lawsuit is about destroying Suno. It's anger from the record companies because someone else is making money because a AI model learned from copyrighted material just like humans do. But let me get back to it. Let's listen to some of these things and read some important points. First, let's remind folks just how bad some of this stuff is. So let me go to the beginning. Well, I got one right here. Let's just play the very first Rock Around the Clock example.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags on and join me, hon. We'll have some fun when the clock strikes 1. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
Okay. Obviously influenced by Bill Haley in the comments. Obviously, it's blatantly clear that AI tools use copyrighted material. But would you consider this song a threat to the Bill Haley estate? Would you listen to this song again? Now, you probably wouldn't notice it in the background at a bar somewhere played really quietly. It's stylistically a copy, but when you listen to it critically, it sounds like crap. So I personally think that training AI models, teaching them how to analyze music using copyrighted materials is absolutely fair use, because you're not trying to copy and steal. You're trying to learn the rules of music. And so you look at paragraph 71 of this document, fair use factors. The biggest concern, lots of other folks have said this in videos, the section 4 or the fourth characteristic or requirement of fair use, the effect of the use upon potential market for or value of the copyrighted work. The concern is that AI-generated music will impact negatively the value of music today. I find that hysterically laughable, especially when you hear the examples. So looking at some things here in the lawsuit, Suno feeds the copyrighted recordings into its AI model, not merely to deconstruct their expressive content, but with the explicit aim of imitating these expressive features in digital music files that could serve as substitutes for and compete with original recordings. That's an asinine statement. It's based on nothing other than emotion. They're saying, the lawyers are saying, that Suno is intentionally trying not just to learn music, but to explicitly imitate these expressive features and create files that could serve as substitutes or compete with original recordings. Are you competing with this?
Well, 1, 2, 3 o'clock.
What is that crap, okay? And now they say there's no functional purpose for Suno's AI model to ingest the copyrighted recordings other than to spit out new competing music files. Well, isn't that what people do when they do a cover? They play a live gig, or they write music in the style of? This is just kind of a silly argument. The more I dig into this case, the more I support Suno's side. But that doesn't mean I think that Suno's going to win, because I have zero faith in the jury system. Because there's so much stuff in this case, and you'll see it in a second, that's intended to confuse non-musical jurors. And lawyers can just persuade folks and let them know, hey, this is serious, and this part sounds like that, and yeah, I guess it sounds like that. Ask Ed Sheeran or Katy Perry and other folks how they feel about that stuff. It says here, Suno is copying the copyrighted recordings for a commercial purpose and is deriving revenue directly proportional to the number of music files it generates. That's not accurate at all. Deriving revenue directly proportional to the number of music files. No, they derive revenue based on the number of memberships, not how many tracks folks create. I'm a paying member at Suno. I pay the $10 a month, cranking out instrumental stuff, ideas, having fun, creating parody type, ironic songs, styles that I'd never write on my own. They don't make more money if I use all my credits or not. So that's an inaccurate statement. But let's look at some more musical examples here. We'll come back to some comments in a second. Going back to the attachment, Exhibit A, these are all the songs that they say have been infringed. Scrolling quickly, you can look at the document. Maybe I'll put a link in the description of the full document. Where we go? Keep on going. Here we go. Near the end. Jeez, 662. So we listen to this horrible imitation influenced by Bill Haley. Let's listen to the next one. And we have these issues down here. Here's the output. What did Suno generate? Who's the artist? What's the recording? What's the prompt? This is the prompt that they use. And then what's relevant in this lawsuit? They say this entire track that I just played you is relevant as copy material. Let's listen to the second version here, just for grins.
1, 2, 3 o'clock rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 8 o'clock rock.
What the hell is this?
9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
Okay, yes, it's influenced by Bill Haley in the comments, but it sounds horrible. It's a caricature. It's a parody. That is not a threat to anybody in the market. Let's listen to the third one.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Put your glad rags on and join the hunt. We'll have some fun when the clock strikes 1. We're gonna rock around.
I'm sorry. That's horrible. Who was threatened by that? Record companies, because they just want more money. Let's go to something different. Let's look at BB. Thrill is gone. And these are the examples in the lawsuit.
The thrill is gone. The thrill is gone away.
Accurate genre.
The thrill is gone, babe.
Doesn't sound like BB at all. And how can you honestly say a slow blues is a threat to other slow blues music in the world? You can't. It's a 12-bar freaking blues. It's a genre. It's a style. It's asinine to me. Let's try another one. Track 2, and the thrill is gone. Yeah, man. Go. You play. Well.
The thrill is gone.
Different groove. I love it.
gone away.
Doesn't sound anything like the original. And what they're doing here is they're taking these prompts, they're inserting the actual lyrics, they're trying to describe it, and they're creating, the prompters are trying to intentionally recreate existing copyrighted works. Is that Suno's problem? If you use tools to create copies of stuff, if you use a 3D printer to create some kind of special saxophone mouthpiece, a copy of a real famous saxophone mouthpiece, or you use saw and wood to create a copy of a certain guitar style body, is it the tool's fault that the user is trying to create an illegal copy, trying to make illegal guns, and is it Smith and Wesson's fault that some dude's trying to make a copy? Come on, man, this makes no sense to me. Let's listen to more blues. Let's scroll on down the list here. What do we got? Hit me.
The trail is gone. The trail is gone away.
Okay, that doesn't sound anything like B.B. King. Nothing like him. Changing genres. Let's do some more rock around the clock. Yeah, open it up.
Living out of Louisiana, close to New Orleans, way back up in the woods along the evergreen. It's just a long.
That's awkward. It's horrible. The phrasing, the timing, the lyrics placement over the chords is completely wrong. Let's just try another one. Random. Oh.
Deep down to New Orleans. Oh, they're big up in the woods along the evergreen.
Maybe a slight Elvis influence? I don't know. Let's try another one.
Down in Louisiana, close to New Orleans, way back up in the woods among the evergreens. They stood a log cabin made of earth and wood, on every country boy named Johnny B. Good, who never ever learned to read or write so well, but he could play a guitar just like a ringing a bell. Go, go, go.
Sure, let's just start the chorus on the 5-chord blues. That's awesome. This is so silly. Let's try something else here. There's a whole bunch of tracks there. And what we're going to do next, I'm going to take some of these prompts and just try to create some new ones and see how close it actually is. Jerry Lee Lewis, Michael Bublé, ABBA, the Beatles. Let's listen to the Beatles. What they do with Yesterday. One of the greatest Beatles songs of all time. So let's see how close this is. Let's see how threatening this is.
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh,
and look at it says the relevant time step, the entire output. This song, according to the lawyers, is entirely relevant in the threat that Suno offers to the Beatles or the music industry.
There's a shadow hanging over me. Oh.
God, I hate when musically ignorant people try to talk seriously about musically ignorant people. This is just crazy. And that's probably what lawyers think about me talking. I'm not a lawyer, obviously. I've got zero legal knowledge. But I just see this is hysterical. It's a mockery of logic or rational thought. It's record companies trying to make sure they keep their money in their control.
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Now it looks as though they're here.
There's some folks out there that created music that sounded very similar to pre-existing works. I would like to hear how they did that. Show me the prompt. I don't think that they did this 10-word prompt. Someone spent a lot of time trying to really work on the prompts to get better results than that are included in the lawsuit here. We're going to do that in a minute. Let's do some more Yesterday.
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away.
Not even close. Oh, let's see what we got here. Thriller, Michael Jackson. Okay, let's go with the first one.
This is Thriller, Thriller night. No one's gonna save you from the beast about to strike. You know it's Thriller, Thriller night.
It's got the high male vocal. It's got the 80s groove. It's not Michael Jackson. It's not Thriller. What do we got? Let's do some more. Track 2. And they're saying the entire output matters. Come on, guys.
It's close to midnight. Something evil's lurking in the dark. Under the moonlight, you're
I don't get it, guys. Okay, let's. I think I made my point that the music in this lawsuit doesn't sound anything like the originals, other than that it's influenced by, and AI is being trained. Fair use allows for or suggests that it's okay for educational purposes, for teaching. That's exactly what AI training is. You're teaching AI about how music works. So let's just grab. Well, wait. I love you some Ray Charles. Let's see what I got. I Got a Woman. Let's see what we got. Hit me with this one. Let's see. God bless you, Ray. What we got?
Well, wheel the town. Well, that's good to me.
Hit it.
Oh, yeah. Said I got a woman way over town. Good to me.
I am sorry, Ray. Brother Ray is spinning in his grave. That was horrible. Let's try one more.
Well, Jesus, yeah, over you, through to me. Oh, yeah. Said I got a woman
How is this relevant or threatening
way over
or considered copyright violation? I don't hear it. Am I wrong? Please put it in the comments. How am I wrong? So going back to some of the things that the lawsuit asserts, the fear. Let's see, what are they saying? Here we go. Suno's unauthorized use of the copyrighted recordings threatens to eliminate the existing market for licensing sound recordings, as well as the future market for licensing sound recordings to generative AI companies. Suno's product has the potential to generate directly competing digital music files at such speed that it risks overrunning the market for human-made and sound recordings, including the copyrighted recordings on which it was trained. Fear. Absolutely baseless BS, in my opinion. What else did I highlight here? Suno's wholesale theft of the copyrighted recordings threatens the entire music ecosystem and the numerous people it employs. It also degrades the rights of artists to control their works, determine whether the future use of their works align with their aesthetic and personal values, and decide the products or services that which they wish to be associated. You're a rock band, you're Aerosmith, you're Van Halen. How many bands around the world have covered their songs in clubs or in concerts? Is that hurting Van Halen because someone else plays their version? I don't see how. I just don't get it. Maybe I'm a moron. I don't know. Suno propagates the destructive theory that copyrighted music is free for the taking whenever a new technology claims that seeking and obtaining permission is just too cumbersome. I wonder how many folks out there that are whining about Suno were huge Napster fans and downloaded a bunch of music because it should be free, right? You kids today, you have no idea. The struggle was real. Suno does not have authorization, permission, license, or consent to reproduce or otherwise use the works. Well, yeah, they don't have the right to reproduce it. But that's not the lawsuit. The lawsuit really is about, is it legal or not to train using copyrighted materials? I don't think anyone is asserting that Suno and Udio, those other companies, can recreate or create copies of existing works. Sounding like something is not illegal, unless you get a stupid jury to say it is, which is probably going to happen here. Man, this gets me mad. I'll tell you what, let's pick one of these prompts and try to see if we can get anything better. Let's see. California Girls Beach, never mind, that's not what I'm looking for. Scroll back down to some stuff here, the actual examples. Let's find something fun. Let's try to do thriller. Let's just take this prompt. Let's just click on one of these. I'll just do that. And we'll copy ourselves. Okay. What do we got? Copy these lyrics.
It's close to midnight and something evil's lurking.
Okay, fine. That sucks. So let's go to a new window. This one here, we'll choose create. And we're going to do custom. Let's paste the lyrics. What was the prompt? Different tab. The prompt was this. Let's take this. Got that. Go back to this. Does that go here? Let's see. Let's see if that gets us close. Custom version 3. Let's go as advanced 3.5. The most current model. Got that. Style. Oh, the title. What do they call the title on this one? Thriller. I was going to call it Thriller. Title. Thriller. Create. Okay. While we're waiting on that, it'll take probably 20, 30 seconds. Was there anything else I wanted to bring up here that was highlighted? I'm sorry if this scrolling is making you sick. What do the companies want? There's one already done. What do the record companies want out of this case? They want Suno to admit they did something wrong. They want to prevent them from making any further music. They want up to 150 grand per work, which puts us at that $100 million judgment. Yeah, and they want legal fees. Okay, we're done. Let's go back over here. What did we just create? How are we going to damage the music industry right now? Go.
It's close to midnight, and something evil's lurking in the dark.
I'm going to create some more while we listen to these.
Under the moonlight, you see a sight that almost stops your heart. You try to scream, but terror takes.
Sound nothing like Thriller. Let's try the second one.
It's close to midnight, and something evil's lurking in the dark.
Stylistically, it's accurate. It's good. I'm not threatened by that at all. Good groove.
It's close to midnight, and something evil's lurking in the dark. Under the moonlight.
I mean, I'm glad to see that Suno 3.5 is getting better at vocal phrasing. One of the problems that these tools had was they would just ramble the lyrics and just blah, blah, blah. There'd be no pauses to finish the phrases musically before starting the next verse. That sounded fine. Doesn't sound like Thriller at all, but it's decent sounding music. Let's keep going.
It's close to midnight, and something evil's lurking in the.
That's not Thriller.
It's close to midnight, and something evil's lurking in the dark.
No.
Under the moonlight. It's close to midnight, and something evil's lurking in the dark.
You know, I'm going to take the lyrics
Under
out.
the moonlight, you see a sight that almost stops your heart.
Okay, let's create some instrumentals. Just because this is how I would actually use the tool if I wanted to. But let's go back to listen to the other thrillers that I created. Oh man, this is Thriller. Copyright violation.
And something evil's.
In the court case, I think in the Johnny Be Good or Rock Around the Clock, they did 29 different examples to try to get to the example listed in the main brief. 29 attempts, and it's still not even close.
There's something evil's lurking in the dark. Under the moonlight, you see a sight that almost stops your heart. You try to scream.
Sounds just like MJ. I can see the glove. Oh, God. The more I listen, the more I dig in, the more stupid I think this lawsuit is. And a lot of folks are reacting about it, and they're like, oh, yeah, go, fight the man. Which is weird to see musicians supporting record companies like this all of a sudden. You know, I think Dave Kropp at 52Qs may have said something about a video about all the record companies are the good guys now. I guess these guys are frozen, these thrillers, so I'm just going to ignore those. Let's see what I got for instrumentals. Are you a top liner? Could you top liner with this? Could this be used for an advertisement? Absolutely. Does it sound like Thriller? Absolutely not. Does it sound like any song I've heard before? I said instrumental. Weird. AI fail. Let's try what we got. good little groove. People say pseudo music stinks, AI music stinks. Okay, guys. Okay, you are pissing me off though because I said instrumental up here, and you're not doing that. Let's go back to here. Maybe it's the prompt that's the thing. Famous male. Oh, see. Pebcac. Problem exists between keyboard and computer. I've got male singer in the description. My bad. My bad. Let's take that out. Take out falsetto. King of Pop. Okay, let's see it. So now let's create that. That would explain why I'm getting vocals. My mistake. See? I'm an engineer. I've been doing IT for 30 plus years, and even I can make mistakes. We all make mistakes. Let's see what else we got. So if you're a wannabe songwriter, could you write lyrics over this? Well, there's lyrics there. Let's go to one of these instrumentals. Is this really an instrumental now? Let's see. Not fond of that groove. Still get it different. It's still see, the tools are still learning. So looking over here back at the brief again, the legal brief, they're showing what's relevant. So like in this particular song here, they're saying the use of the word dark, or how do they say to scream? That sounds similar. Really, they're picking out a 1 second phrase. Oh, this sounds like Michael Jackson. Violation. That's asinine. These are probably the same folks that support all the copyright strikes being dished out on YouTube these days. Let's find a different prompt. Let's try. This is a typo. Stevie Wonder, Superstition, Rock and Roll 60s. Michael Jackson, Bad as a title. Okay, what is this thing? This looks like a typing nightmare. Because the lyrics are from Bad, but it shows Stevie Wonder, Superstition, Rock and Roll 60s.
My buddy's mine, don't tell you right now. You show your face in broad daylight.
What the hell is this?
I'm telling you on who I feel.
Wow, and that's in the legal brief. What else did they do? A lot of rock, like Jerry Lee Lewis, Michael Bublé, Doors. Oh, let's listen to this one we got here. Psychedelic.
Keep your eyes on the road, your hands upon the wheel. Keep your eyes on the road, your hands upon the wheel.
And so the legal team said the first 8 seconds of this are some kind of violation.
Keep your eyes on the road, your hands upon the wheel. Keep your eyes on the road, your hands upon the wheel. Yeah, we're going to the roadhouse, gonna have a good time. Yeah, the back of the roadhouse, they got some bungalows. Yeah, the back of the roadhouse, they got some.
I just don't see it. I don't see this as a threat to the record industry. I don't see this as a threat to creativity. If you think that these tools make you want to quit creating music, well, fucking stop creating music. You don't care about music that much. If you're willing to quit over something this stupid, maybe you're not a musician. Go find something else to do. It's just kind of silly. How does this lawsuit finish up? They're spending so much time distracting a potential jury with really bad musical examples to show that Suno trained its models on copyrighted materials. It's obvious that Suno trained using copyrighted materials, but how does this document and these examples show that it's illegal? If they're trying to say that this is a threat to the recording industry, I mean, I think that's what they said earlier. It's threatens the entire music ecosystem. Come on, man. That's asinine. Wow. All right. The document is out there. You can go listen to the examples. Think, apply rational thought, put the emotions aside, figure out, is this a bad thing? Why is this a bad thing? If you can articulate that in the comments, please do so. The only people that I think that suffer legitimate risk are people like me that write music for television, where I crank out hip-hop beats or tension drones or neoclassical piano or dance beats or cocktail jazz, because you can create that stuff. I mean, okay, shoot, we're here. Let's do it. Create. Prompt. Let's go with instrumental. 3-5. Cocktail jazz, piano, trio. Let's see if I type in Bill Evans, and maybe we'll type in, no, that should work fine. Ballad. Go, do it. Let's see what we get. I've got several videos I've done recently where I have AI-generated cocktail music in the background. It sounds great. So I'm using it to save some time. I'm not hurting myself financially, but libraries and music companies could choose to do that. Almost Unstirred, So Slow is the track. Let's see what we get. A little busy. It's not a ballad. Let's try this. I started some neoclassical piano to see what's there. See? So they're not getting the ballad piece of it. Attempt to Keith Jarrett, maybe? I don't know. Okay, so those two prompts, they failed. Let's try some neoclassical solo piano. And more stuff that I create. Forgive me, the hiccups are suddenly here. I need a drink. This is legit. See fancy car commercial driving, California PCH drone shot. That was good. That was real. That was legit. It's got tempo fluctuations. And what I'm doing right now is going through genres of music that I create. This is where it can be a threat. Taking gigs away, making it easier for my clients to find music. But if I'm the guy generating it, my clients will say, hey, Paul, I need a bunch of tracks. And you do it, bam, crank it out. We're not there yet because it's not legal we can't claim royalties on things like this. That's fine. Okay, tension, ambient, analog, synth, drone. What do we got here? Totally see this on Vice TV or Headline News, HLN, nighttime crime. The body was discovered in a shallow grave in the woods not far from the highway. Actually, it got major, so it wouldn't be sad. Let's try the next one. There are hundreds or thousands of people in the sync music business that do this stuff. Totally legit. And last one, I did some epic cinematic orchestral trailer stuff. What do we got? Whatever it's going to build. Let me try something. I'm going to add something in here. Epic action orchestra, epic battle music. 3-chapter traditional movie trailer. As an aspiring composer, you could drop this in your DAW and try to recreate it. Get the bass, the percussion, the various string sections. Replicate that to learn what this music is. Use this as an educational tool. That's not bad at all. This is totally fine. Looking for musical ideas? You could put this in your DAW, replicate it on your piano. Heck, you could do stem separation tools and go audio to MIDI conversion. Boom. This is fine. Is there anything wrong with this music? No. It's actually quite nice. Let's go. I added a 3-chapter trailer. Let's see what we get here. In a world. Oh. Interesting. Okay, now it's getting bigger. That's good. Well, the sounds here are not great, but the structure is fine. Whose copyright is being violated here? Big break, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, bigger. I'm not fond of the quality of the instruments. This could absolutely be used as an educational device. An example to replicate, analyze, and reconstruct. Let's see if it goes the whole distance and finishes at the beginning. Got the form down. Will it fit in under 2 minutes? I don't think it's going to. Don't like the mallets here at the end. Oh, it's going past 2 minutes. Huh. Now it's going a little longer. I haven't messed around with 3.5. I didn't know it was going to go past 2 minutes. It's been a few weeks since I played with it. So like a double trailer. So they're breaking the form now. They're not really doing a traditional trailer. But now I'm curious as to how it ends. Surprise. So I've become bored with this now. It's not doing anything for me. Okay, it's going to end this time. It's going to keep going. Okay, so 3.5 minutes long. It got kind of boring, but that's a single prompt. It was relatively accurate stylistically, genre. The form, it was doing great, and then it kind of went too long. But this could absolutely be used as something to analyze. A new music person that wants to learn, drag it in your DAW, copy out the violin, the viola, the cello, the bass, the percussion, the sequencers, whatever happens to be in there. Just curious, what's the last one? I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but what's this other trailer sound like? More happy. More happy, sorry. Okay, this one went 2.5 minutes also. So, I think these tools are great. They can be used for a lot of cool things. They're not going to destroy the record industry. They're not going to hurt the record companies. And what's going to happen is they're going to settle. Record companies are probably going to come in and buy the dang company. And they're going to take this technology that they're suing and absorb it and make it their own to further damage musicians. Because that's what record companies do in many cases. It's all about the money. I don't think Suno is the bad guy in this. I think a lot of folks are acting a little emotionally. I don't see damage being caused by this. It's certainly not a threat to the record industry or to artists or to the ability or desire to create music. Go create music. Practice your instrument, your piano, your guitar, your singing, your saxophone, whatever. Go create music because you enjoy it. Don't stop creating because these tools exist. These tools can be motivational and inspirational and educational. That being said, I think I made my point. I hope Suno wins. I honestly don't think they will because juries can be manipulated. And the courts rarely get it right when it comes to creative stuff like this. Thanks for watching. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are.